Every great expedition begins with preparation. For the sports photographer, this means carefully packing an arsenal of gear, lenses, cameras, and an optimistic belief that today, finally, everything might be in focus. Behind the wheel, the photographer becomes a pilot, navigating suburban streets with the calm determination of someone who knows they've definitely forgotten something important but refuses to turn back. As the car rolls forward, so too does the journey. A simple drive toward glory, disappointment, and quite possibly unexpected sunburn.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today is a special day. Not only because I'm gonna be photographing ladies Gaelic football, which is always good because it gives really good shots. It's a fun sport to photograph, very athletic, very gracious. But above all, it's a special day because it's sunny. And that, my friends, here in Ireland is something very, very rare. You're most likely to find a unicorn at Lidl than having sun in Ireland. Anyway, I'm gonna try to make a vlog, hopefully with a bit of fun, so you guys can laugh a little bit, but also trying to capture the magic of the sport, talk about camera settings, positioning, and all the good stuff that you guys like to watch as well. So come with me, buckle up, and I'll see you on the pitch. Talk to you soon, guys.
The photographer arrives at the pitch, carrying a backpack full of equipment, ambition, and possibly regret. Finding the perfect spot requires a trained eye. Not too close to avoid injuries, not too far to avoid looking like a lost tourist. With surgical precision, the photographer assembles their arsenal. Every lens carries the hope of capturing glory, or at least something vaguely in focus.
It's a sunny day, but the grass is completely wet. So I kneel down and I already regret it. But that's okay though. Let's not complain. It's not raining, so, you know, perspective.
Today, a rare event occurs in Ireland: sunshine. Locals have already begun to suspect it's a clerical error in the atmosphere. The first shot is symbolic. It marks the start of a silent battle against time, speed, and their own questionable talent. Sensing the play shifting, the photographer moves swiftly. Unfortunately, like most things in life, Gaelic football tends to happen just where you aren't. Capturing the perfect moment requires patience, technique, and, according to recent studies, the same luck as winning the lottery. To photograph fast-paced action, the photographer uses a highly technical combination: wide aperture, absurdly fast shutter speed, and the age-old prayer of "Please let this be in focus." In the end, it's not the score that matters. It's the images, the stories, and the mysterious sunburns we take home. When the final whistle blows, the battle ends not with fanfare, but with the quiet clatter of gear being packed away. Each piece of equipment is carefully returned to its rightful place. Lenses wiped, batteries removed, memories stored inside memory cards barely larger than a fingernail. The field, once alive with noise and energy, now lies quiet, a stage after the play. A battlefield after the war, except with slightly less blood and more discarded water bottles. Step by step, the photographer retreats from the arena, one heavy bag and 100 tiny stories heavier, heading back toward the car and home.
Okay, so I'm heading home. Cork lost by 5 points or something like that. Quite better than I thought it would be given the first half. But then, you know, a huge factor in today's game was the wind. Massive, massive factor. Obviously it helped both teams, right? But in the first half, Kerry had the wind in their favor, and they grew, you know, the distance between both parts grew quite a bit in points, obviously. But Cork came back in the second half with the wind in their favor, and they got within 4 points at one point, I think. But wasn't enough to get back into the game. So sadly they lost. But it is what it is. I thought I was going to have a quiet afternoon, you know, just sit in the corner with the sun behind me, relax, just take pictures. But no, the wind had to come along and want to play too, so I had to move around quite a bit, more than I like to, because I find usually when you try to go after the action runs away from you. That is often the case. But today I think I did get lucky in a few occasions, because I did manage to get a lot of the action in the midfield and then the last third of the field. So I think I did okay. I don't know if I have shown a few pictures yet during this vlog or not, or if I'm going to be showing them at the end. In any case, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, because for sure you will find them there. And yeah, I'm gonna be heading home now. It is still sunny, which is very suspicious, okay? So I think I'm not gonna go home right away. I think I'm gonna go buy some chicken and do a little bit of barbecue, because you have to take advantage of the good weather while it lasts. Because like they say at Home Store and More, when it's gone, it's gone. Anyway, I'll catch you later, guys. Take it easy.
In a land where the grass is greener, the roads are narrower, and the weather occasionally forgets itself, the photographer returns from battle. Inside the car, a camera full of memories. Outside, a world too beautiful not to miss. Mostly because he's too busy looking at the road signs. If you find yourself moved, emotionally, spiritually, or just because you accidentally clicked the wrong link, you can find prints and photos on my website. They make excellent gifts, conversation starters, or emergency coasters. Heartfelt thanks to everyone who bought me a coffee. Your support keeps the wheels turning, the cameras clicking, and my blood approximately 60% caffeine. Another day ends, another field conquered, another sat-nav instruction politely ignored. Until the next adventure.